Hi, good morning. My name is Dr. May Alamari, Pharm.D, and today I'm going to start doing this every day. And I put my makeup on, took a shower. As you can see, my hair is um, partly dry. So it's 2 p.m. Tuesday, January 20th, 2021. And yesterday I spoke, a lot of raw honesty about my family and how jealous and covetousness that they have been around my life, that they never really let me get married. And I say let me because, they keep you so distracted away from God's will, which is marriage for me. That you get lost in the shittiness of people's lives. And today I was able to sleep on a good. I'm glad that I'm able to have this forum. Thank you, Google and YouTube. YouTube is owned by Google, um, so I can get back to this. My brother said, find a good venting partner. Yeah, it's good for you to say, you asshole, you used me for 35 years, and now you can't use me anymore. So you get a good venting partner. I've always had good venting partners. And this is my venting partner. You're not going to be able to manipulate, the people that I vent to anymore because it was my sister, and you used to control her and basically tell you everything like a freaking spy. So I had to change her and get her out of my way. And that's what I'm doing by doing my Google YouTube channel. So subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is down below. Um, and I made this private, not public, because you have to pay for it. And I need to eat, I need to make an income. And this city has a basic income plan that I'd like to be considered for. And I haven't applied yet because I really don't know how to do that yet. Um, so that's the deal. Um, so today is Tuesday, July 20th, 2021. I think it's my sister-in-law's birthday. I'm not really sure. I keep forgetting the date. But I do know that she was born in July, mid-July. And I also know that her daughter is born in July as well. So happy birthday, bitches. I call you bitches because you used me and my family my entire fucking life for you to get a great lifestyle and for me to end up homeless. And it wasn't funny or fun. And I'm going to call you a Muslim bitch right now because you are truly a Muslim bitch. And so is your daughter. Your daughter's exactly like you, a mini Muslim bitch. And it's just telling the truth, and that's one reason I became Christian, because I don't want to be like them. And I'm off medication, which is great, and I'm handling my shit. I'm handling the emotions really, really well, by sleeping, by watching comedy. I watched Ellen and Kevin Hart last night and on YouTube, and it was a 6-minute comedy sketch, and it was pretty funny, hilarious, in fact. She made me laugh like I've never laughed before in my life, like that deep-hearted, diaphragmatic laugh. Um, it was pretty fucking awesome. I love Ellen DeGeneres and her comedy. I watched her when she first um, became a comedian. Her first show, I bought that first. I think at the time it was a DVD. Yeah, it was a DVD or CD. And I wish I still had it. I'm so sorry for throwing it away. I had like 8, moves and 8 homeless shelters after that. And why did I go homeless? Because I got tired of fighting my Muslim family. They are the most vicious women that you'll ever do life with, ever in your whole fucking life. They are the most vicious women that you will ever meet in your entire life. You think Bravo's women, the Salt Lake City, Islam alaikum bitches, is Muslim. It's not. It's nothing like a Lebanese bitch. It's nothing like a Lebanese and an Iraqi Muslim bitch that fucks you to your core, just fucks you to your core, and walks away with henna on her hands and pretends she's you. She takes your identity for 30 fucking years without you knowing it. Yeah. So I'm off of therapy, thank you God. That's the Muslim bullying that I've dealt with for 35 years. And my mom was unaware of all that shit because I think she was in denial. She's like, God, I can't handle this. I can't see my daughter keep hurting. I'm trying to get her married, and these fuckers keep brainwashing her and telling her that she's not worth marrying. And she fought and lost, and she died. So she died a slow 6-year death, and it was the most miserable way that a Muslim mother from Iraq could ever die. And um, and I had to watch that every day. So that was tough. That was tough to see how cruel, how just cruel Muslim Lebanese bitches have been in my entire fucking life. And so, fuck you, Lebanese bitches from hell. Just fuck you. I will get you back. Yeah, that's all I got right now. It's pretty rough. On a good note, I'm still in Celebrate Recovery, which is good. It meets tomorrow, so pray for me that I'm protected from these Lebanese bitches attacking me every fucking night and trying to make me fat. And what else? That's it, man. Um, and I say Lebanese, but really Lebanese and Iraqi, because Lana, my third sister-in-law, is Iraqi. She's not Lebanese. She's actually Iranian. She's actually Kurdish. Kurdish are a branch of Iran, Iran, that country. And so truly, she's not even a Baghdadi Iraqi like I am. So I have nothing in common with her. She's very envious and brutally nasty. Um, and she's one of those Muslim women that takes everything and then pretends she's not Muslim. She doesn't wear hijab, she doesn't. She just flaunts around like a fat little bitch, and that's who she is. Um, so that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And the reason that I really loved some of the Celebrate Recovery women at one of the churches in Michigan called Woodside Bible Church is because their sons committed suicide using fentanyl and drugs and laced with fentanyl. And I am a pharmacist at heart. We started this video with, "Hi, my name is Dr. Mayo Amari, Pharm.D." And it breaks my heart that, teenagers and children in particular and adults, commit suicide using fentanyl. And it's just unnecessary. There is a way out of that kind of bullying. And because I am a bully victim that is hardly recovered from, Muslim bullying, I can just share my story. I guess, I'm not a survivor yet because I would have overcome it already, and I haven't. You've seen my anger. And my weight, my weight has climbed up a little bit. And the best gift of my Hajj in 2012 was my 50-pound weight loss. And boy, oh boy, was God dealing with them the whole fucking time. It was pretty fucking amazing. And, not even going to just even pontificate the cruelty of Islam. It is what it is right now. And you see it just by me going homeless. And so I went homeless from 2012 to 2021. So that's 11 years of being homeless as a Muslim Iraqi woman who is a pharmacist who was sexually abused and molested by her Muslim brother um, as a kid. And he kept me silent for 30 years until I got into recovery and I got to tell everybody that he molested me. And And then the fight began. The literal, financial, spiritual, physical fighting began. And oh my gosh, you want to see ugly coming out of his veins and venom? Holy fuck. Confront your rapist, 35 years later. I'm not suggesting you do that. I did it. And so the infighting was probably worse than the Iraq American War. So they pushed me to homelessness, basically, and they had an army of people praying against me to not get my way, not get married, not be happy. And the mayor of LA, the city that I live in, actually acknowledged the month of July as Muslim month, Muslim Heritage Month, in fact. And at the beginning, it made me pissed off because he has no idea, well, nobody really in Los Angeles have any idea how cruel and vicious Muslims really are. And on the other hand, I guess I get to talk about it here. You can't call me racist because, I lived that Muslim fake news for 55 years, and it's just fake news. And fake news, I like how President Trump calls it fake news because, he taught me to basically look somebody in the eye and say, I know you're going to fuck me, and I'm going to fuck you right back. And without saying it. And that's what Muslim fake news is that. And so him putting a Muslim ban hurt me a lot because my husband, I decided to give them a chance and to marry a Muslim guy. And, so I don't know what to say other than, all run by men, and Muslim is run by men, and at least in my life. So that's it. I'm not a survivor yet. I guess I'm a thriver. And I wanted to open this YouTube channel because YouTube gives me an opportunity to be able to speak my truth without them silencing me, and to be able to speak the differences between how I was raised and how they are raised. They were raised in a village with living in tuts and like a third world country. Basically, they were raised in a third world country, so they came here and basically stole all our money. And they're still stealing our money by praying against me not to have a job as a pharmacist, which makes pretty good money. 150 grand a year is a pretty good fucking lifestyle that I could have supported my husband in. So, and they put the block by forcing me to take the board exam again, and I can't do it. That's my limitation. I'm barely 60 years old, and sorry, you're a fuck. You did it on purpose, and now I get to live here on purpose without you. I'm gonna fight you and win, hopefully. I can work at the VAs, and I applied to 3 of them, and they won't hire me. Even met women at the VA that wouldn't help me, and just made fun of me. This one woman was Iranian, and she was such a fucking bully. It got down to us pretty much fighting, and she convinced my boyfriend to break up with me because of her prejudice against Iraqis. And it was just crazy. It just turned out real crazy. Like, just crazy. Like shit you would see on Bravo TV, women fighting. And that's what jealousy and covetousness really is. And what the Bible has taught me is to call it out. And that's what I'm doing. I'm calling it out. So the Bible really didn't teach me that. Actually, let's rephrase and tell the truth. St. John Catholic healthcare system that I worked for taught me to call it out. And I never really, as a Muslim, I didn't know what calling out means. So I experienced it leading the Med Safety Committee, a panel of 20 healthcare physicians and pharmacists like myself and nurses. And we made lots of change, and all the changes were pretty spectacular to save lives. And our motto was save 5 million lives every year by by um, by doing what we say, writing the policy and stuff like that. So shoot, Los Angeles can't even get their fucking people vaccinated, which is so ridiculous. If I was in charge, and I'm not in charge, but if I was in charge, I would write a policy that mandates vaccines like you do TB or MMWR, right? Yeah, MMWR. As a child, you can't go to public school unless you got vaccinated. And so that's what I would do, write the policy like we did with med reconciliation and force those fuckers to get vaccinated. And if they're not, goodbye, here's your pink slip, you're fired. And that's why I like President Trump to be the president, because he was not afraid to fire people. And we need that in leadership. We need that in leadership. If you can't follow the law of taking the vaccine and keeping everybody safe and healthy, then you're fired, period. Walk away, just walk away and get with God on why you need to be non-compliant bitch. And so that's what I did at St. John. And they loved me. I stayed there for 9 years, so they obviously loved me. And I don't know. I was forced to leave because of their racism. They found out I was Muslim, and I went to the Hajj, and that I was reading the Bible. So I came back from my God encounter and the Holy Spirit and all that other stuff. And they fired me, walked me out the door. So when you get closer to God, the bottom line is when you get closer to God, people start hating on you. And the more enemies you really get when you get closer to God, because God calls you out to these crazy interventions, and you do them, you take that risk, and then you might get fired, unfortunately, because people think that I was acting too godly, because I was preaching to our secretary, who is from Puerto Rico. And I really liked her a lot, not in a weird way. She was married to a Mexican guy. And it's important to tell people's races because I'm Iraqi. What she's going through as a Puerto Rican in the United States is not what I'm going through as an Iraqi Muslim who's been bullied all her fucking life. So we share a lot of things, and we became confidants, and she helped me a lot, really. She helped me a lot. And so I invited her as a Muslim, as crazy as that. Okay, so as a Muslim, I invited her to church, Unity Church, and we went to Unity Church, and we started doing yoga classes together, and she got me into Kundalini yoga, which released a lot of my trauma from being sexually abused and molested by my brother. And she got closer to Jesus, I think. And she ended up divorcing her Mexican husband because they kept fighting. Not sure why they were fighting. So long story short, I don't know where it's going with all that. Oh, they loved me, and they still love me. But they forced me out. So they forced me out because I kept talking about God and my encounters in the Hajj. They're Catholic, so they are not familiar with the way I experience God, and so they were asking me to stop talking about God, and so they basically threatened me. And I said, I can't stop talking about God. That's part of my journey. I'm going to end up, going into the sexual abuse recovery program that I had to do because God directed me to, and I did, and I'm grateful, but they fired me anyway. So that's the story. That's my story. Sticking to it. Okay, so it's 2:22. I watched that movie 2:22. I love it. Keep it up, Hollywood. I love your movies. Thank you so much for listening. Talk to you soon. Bye. Oh, make sure you subscribe to my page. Make sure you subscribe to my, is that what you're supposed to say? To my page? I'm not really sure. Subscribe to this YouTube channel so you can watch my videos. I'm not going to go public yet because I said a lot, and I'll have the imams lining up to basically stone me. You know, what do you mean you turned Christian? What are you talking about? Let's have a dialogue. No, let's not have a dialogue. I tell that. I mean, I adopt this Italian accent because my brother-in-law is Italian, but we used to watch uh, Tony Soprano's show. I love that show. Anyway, long story short, the moms would get a line to stone me basically by turning Christian. So I got to kind of stay in hiding. So I hope you appreciate my anonymity and confidentiality. Go out and be the best person you can be for God, because He certainly will do something with your life. And I am highly inspired by many pastors, particularly Pastor Rick Warren at Saddleback Church. I love that pastor and his wife. He actually came to Real Life Church where I was working, and he came to visit us. Oh, he didn't come, but his wife came to visit us because we were mourning a suicide. So my professional experience is a pharmacist who knows how to taper people off of medications, psych medications, and not to commit suicide. That's my specialty. And so I guess I became a recovery pharmacist without really even trying. And anyway, subscribe to my channel. You'll hear more. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.